up, Internet? I thought I would do a little video real quick while I checked my wine, my homemade wine that I'm making here. This video is a question to atheists and to those who are skeptics and those who are seeking, and just about anybody to get some commentary going and get some questions and answers going. Get the conversation started, if you will. First, really my only question actually is, if you look through any high school, junior high, elementary school, college, for that matter, and any other book, they'll tell you that concerning the dinosaurs and evolution, it is the most probable thing is that dinosaurs died off because of a giant meteor. Okay? We can all agree with that, right? The most common theory is that. Now, being that that's the most common theory, I've never heard the question, and I've never heard the answer either from evolutionists. Okay, so the evolution theory goes everything in the universe, everything that we can see, all matter compressed into what they say was smaller than a period at the end of a sentence. Compressed into that, boom, everything explodes. Matter starts bumping into each other. It finally gets to a spin, and it starts collecting together. And this world is just, our Earth is just this gigantic lava ball. Everything's still way hot at this point, and it finally gets to a point where it gathers together a bunch of matter. All that pressure from gravity building up starts making it even hotter. And it turns out it's just a giant lava ball, right? But it still has gases that aren't being pushed away from the heat, and they aren't, it's not really burning, it's just really hot, and it cools down, and it starts raining down on the rocks, causes a primordial soup, right? And that soup, we get, probably, in the evolutionary theory, at least, probably would be able to produce the compound for amino acids. Probably, I'll give them a probably. I mean, that's a lot of different materials, and it's, it's muddy soup, it's bubbling, and it's getting all moved around and stuff. It's got a natural little stirring thing going on, being incubated, and so I can wrap my mind around that one. Now, from that primordial soup, all of a sudden, some molecules decided that they were attracted to each other and bumped into each other and made the first living thing, apparently. It just popped out of nowhere. Lightning strikes, booms, gets its electricity, its energy, and it starts doing its thing. And then from there we get, you get the single-celled organisms, you get algae, you get sponges, and then it turns into fish and alligators and dinosaurs. And then when it turns into dinosaurs, we have a funny thing that occurs. We get the meteorite that comes and hits the Earth and kills off all the dinosaurs, kills off all the life as far as I can tell, because the estimations are that the dust would cover the Earth and no light would be able to get through to the surface, and what light did wouldn't be significant enough to do anything, and that possibly the only thing that survived was cockroaches and fish and alligators, and I haven't really heard too many of them even declare that. I've just heard a couple of them declare that. But from this world getting wiped out, bam, and this thing, it still has life on it, even though like the simulations that they show us, it toasts the Earth, it toasts the oceans. It doesn't just skip over the oceans because they're wet. It like toasts the world. It just puts it into a gigantic ball of fire again. And from that being toasted again, we get somehow this evolutionary theory that once the life has been wiped out and then it started again, now we got another story going on. How am I supposed to even consider your evolutionary theory when you have such big, gigantic... So did human life start after the dinosaurs, or did it start before? Did it start at the primordial soup that was at the beginning of the Earth right when it cooled, or did it start after the dinosaurs? Obviously it has to start after the dinosaurs, but where does humans come into that? I think it's pretty clear to me that the theory has multiple ridiculous holes in it. Holes like size, I think there were 22 or 23 human footprints being found walking next to an unidentified gigantic, what they could only describe as a dinosaur print in Texas. People drawing perfect depictions of dinosaurs. Perfect depictions. Thousands of years, as they would mark it, hundreds of years before, and probably thousands of years, probably at least thousands of years before anybody, thousands of years before anybody did any sort of archaeology work, before there was actual practice. People would come across them laying in the dirt, sticking out of rocks. They come across fossils. Nobody ever did that as work. So, does anybody have any light to shed on that, or is it just a huge one of the many huge gaping holes in the evolution theory?